Okay, welcome back guys. Blood sugar and politics. Managing your blood sugar during election season. This is not about politics, guys. This video is talking about what happens to your blood sugar during election season and when you're looking at politics on TV and social media and those kinds of places. So understand the link between politics, election season, mood disorders, and fluctuating blood sugar levels, and experience extreme well-being as a result, guys, from watching this video. So uncover if this hidden factor could be contributed to your depression, your anxiety symptoms during this political election season, and obviously it will be contributing to your blood sugar going crazy. So it's possible that numerous individuals grappling with symptoms of prevalent emotional health issues like anxiety and depression during this political season might be unaware that fluctuating blood sugar could be the root cause of this. Many of us are really into what's going on politically and during election season, and find that most blood sugar control can be a challenge during these times, during the stress and emotional aspects of dealing with each other and other people that do not agree with your reasonings for whatever reasons for picking a certain candidate based on their policies, etc. So this is not about politics. This is the effects of politics on our emotions and our blood sugar as diabetics, guys, and I'm going to show you guys how to get a little handle on it and try to control it a little bit better. So my name is Mr. A1C, and my goal is very simple for this channel. Because I'm a former Army combat medic, I pursued and completed a medical degree as a civilian and happen to be a type 2 diabetic who has reversed my diabetes diagnosis. I feel that I have a well-rounded understanding of how I can help you do the same with your type 2 diabetes with the videos and coaching that I put together for you in my channel here. So let's get into it, guys. So there's increasing support for a connection between mood and blood sugar, also known as glycemic fluctuations. And we all know it's political season around the world in different places, and when you're dealing with this, it's very emotional. So emotions really affect your blood sugar if you don't know this already. Indications of inadequate glycemic control often display similarities to mental health symptoms. Did you know that, guys? Including irritability, anxiety, and apprehension. Isn't that some of the things that we deal with when we're watching all of this stuff on the news channels, where they're trying to control what you're thinking and everything like that? But many of us probably know better, so it creates some anxiety for us, or they're trying to fearmonger and push information that makes you afraid, right? So obviously when you're afraid, that creates apprehension and anxiety as well. So given that the brain largely operates on glucose, guys, this finding is going to be quite logical, or it's going to make sense. So today, approximately 25% of people with diabetes experience depression, a group more prone to significant blood sugar peaks and valleys, which I think you guys know that already. The diabetic community, with its exposure to extreme blood sugar variations, offers critical insight into the impact of blood sugar instability. Meaning we as a group of people, diabetics, collectively have this information, and it can be extrapolated so others can understand it as well. So while further research is needed to firmly establish the mood blood sugar link, exploring dietary and lifestyle factors in relation to prevalent mood disorders can help identify and exclude less recognized causes. A research report indicated a link between fluctuating blood sugar levels in women with diabetes and a decrease in life quality and emotional well-being. In the case of diabetes, elevated blood glucose, also known as hyperglycemia, has traditionally been connected to feelings of anger and or sadness. So as we go through and we start looking at the politics and all this crazy stuff, these are some of the things that we're experiencing: anger, sadness, apprehension, anxiety. So on the other hand, hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, has been associated with symptoms of anxiety, like I just mentioned. Individuals without diabetes can also experience mood changes due to blood sugar fluctuations. Did you guys even know that? That's new to me. When I was doing the research, I found that out. So this can occur when there's a high intake of refined carbohydrates and added sugars, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by an overactive insulin response, which may result in a brief episode of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. A study from 2017 revealed optimistic correlations between high sugar consumption and prevalent mental health issues, suggesting that long-term psychological well-being might be negatively impacted by sugar intake from sweet foods and drinks. So the reality is, when we feel anxious, sad, depressed, and things like that, what is the first thing many of us go to? food, right? So you can connect the dots and you can see how this all works out, right? You're looking at elections, political season, you're a little bit anxious, you're a little bit sad or happy or whatever it may be, but fluctuations in your emotions are going to cause you to look for foods that are high in carbohydrates. So people with recurrent mental health issues might consider examining other causes prior to starting treatment. Certain lifestyle strategies can help regulate blood sugar, such as managing and minimizing stress, as it's been demonstrated to disrupt blood glucose control, right? So it actually works. Incorporating more protein and fiber into your diet, guys, as they have a low glycemic index, meaning they have a minimal effect on your blood sugar levels. In fact, they have a positive effect on your blood sugar levels. I always talk about this kind of stuff. Your glycemic index, glycemic load, the amount of fiber that you're taking in, the amount of protein that you're taking in. Also, decreased consumption of sugary drinks and refined carbohydrates, as a diet rich in these items can lead to unstable blood sugar regulations due to high glycemic index, right? I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know, the thing with diabetes is we keep going and talking about the same things over and over and over. And we all know it, but we still don't do it. And that's why we keep talking about it. So let's talk about people with type 1 diabetes. Stress during a political election season can have varying effects on individuals with type 1 diabetes, potentially increasing or decreasing their blood sugar level. Prolonged stress can result in a condition called adrenal fatigue, which involves reduced adrenal gland function and hormonal imbalances, potentially impacting blood sugar regulation. Some studies suggest that chronic stress may contribute to the development of type 1 diabetes in susceptible individuals. Stress can manifest as either hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, or hyperglycemia, which is high blood sugar. Hypoglycemia symptoms will include hunger, irritability, fatigue, sweating, confusion, fast heartbeat, shaking, and headaches. On the other hand, hyperglycemia, which is high blood sugar, may cause extreme thirst, guys, dry mouth, weakness, headaches, frequent urination, blurry vision, nausea, confusion, and shortness of breath even. So that's for type 1 diabetes. But people with type 2 diabetes and individuals with type 2 diabetes, elevated stress levels due to politics and or election season can result in high blood sugar levels. I'm a type 2, or I was diagnosed as a type 2, no longer, but I'm still a type 2. That doesn't go away. I still have to watch what I eat and how I control my blood sugar. This is because increased cortisol hormones levels can decrease the body's sensitivity to insulin, allowing more glucose to remain in the bloodstream. So remember, cortisol, we've talked about this in multiple videos. Cortisol is what puts the weight on you. That adipose tissue, we call it, right? And when you put the weight on, you're more susceptible to being insulin resistant. That's why your doctors always tell you one of the easiest things you can do to help control your blood sugar is lose a little bit of weight. Consequently, this leads to an imbalance in blood sugar levels, which can become severely high if not addressed promptly. So how else can that political and election related stress cause high blood sugar? Stress can contribute to increased blood sugar levels throughout various means, guys. During stressful periods, individuals might engage in unhealthy habits such as consuming excess amounts of refined carbohydrates, like I just mentioned, or high sugar foods due to emotional eating. Additionally, stress may cause people to neglect exercise or neglect to take their medications as prescribed, further contributing to elevated blood sugar levels. So it's a compounding effect. It's an avalanche effect or a domino effect, right? So given that stress can alter habits, all these factors can result in high blood sugar, guys. Stress has the potential to disrupt sleep, and I know many of you have been having problems sleeping because it's election season and you're listening to politics and you're watching politics on social media and or TV, right? So it has a potential to disrupt sleep because both stress and sleep are regulated by the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis in your head. High stress levels prompt the axis to produce additional cortisol, which in turn alters the axis's functionality. This can result in sleep difficulties and changes in sleep patterns also, guys. Inadequate sleep can then bring about glucose intolerance, right? A condition characterized by elevated blood sugar levels due to metabolic disturbances. So you have blood sugar, you have a blood sugar spike, and you're emotional and you're dealing with all of this stuff going on in the world today, on TV and everywhere, all this politics and everything. So what should you do? Well, individuals with diabetes face risks from high blood sugar levels as excessive sugar gets expelled through the urine. This process can cause fluid loss, potentially resulting in dehydration and or severe cases of diabetic coma. So it can be a dangerous thing, guys. If blood sugar rises unmanageably due to unavoidable stressors like politics and election season, it's crucial to make glucose or blood sugar management one of your top priorities, guys. It should be a top priority anyway. If I'm here talking to diabetics, you know your top priority in life is controlling your blood sugar, right? So it's not a question. So this can be achieved by concentrating on controllable factors, guys, like diet, exercise, regularly monitoring your blood sugar like I used to do. I used to do it, boy, every single day. I haven't done it since January, and I had a 5.3 A1C 2 weeks ago. So I'm on the right track. I still don't do it because I'm doing the right things to manage my blood sugar levels anyway. Also, adhering to medical professionals' prescribed medication regimen. If you're on metformin or, I don't know, something else, pay attention to what your doctor tells you to do. So if you're finding value in my channel and the videos, please subscribe to the channel, comment on the videos, share it with someone that needs their help with their blood sugar like we all do as diabetics. And don't forget to participate in the community section so we can all get to know each other, right? So how do we deal with this stress? Some stresses may be uncontrollable, such as singular traumatic events or accidents, right? However, persistent or recurrent stressors like family responsibilities, work pressure, or daily challenging situations should be proactively managed as effectively as possible. So here, are you seeing the big picture, guys? This video is about how politics and election season affects your blood sugar, but it's not just politics and election season. There are things daily that affect your blood sugar, that affect your emotion. When it affects your emotion, it affects your blood sugar, guys. To manage stress, it's beneficial to plan ahead and prepare for common triggers, guys. This can involve time management, reading self-help literature, and reducing stress sources. Stop watching political or election content. That's something that can help, right? Practices like yoga and meditation have been shown to decrease stress levels. It's also advisable to avoid unhealthy coping mechanisms such as overeating, which we all do, I admit it, which may provide temporary comfort but do not alleviate long-term stress. A significant stress reducer for diabetes management is establishing realistic and attainable goals, right? You don't want to conquer the world on day one. Take steps. Every day you take a new step. Rather than concentrating on a broad, ambiguous objective like weight loss, setting a goal to walk for at least 30 minutes on specified weekdays is more feasible and beneficial. My advice in terms of walking for 30 minutes would be, let's say after dinner. Just take a casual walk and then, get into the habit of doing that. That does wonders for your blood sugar and for stress. I do it every single day because I walk the dogs. So I take the dogs out, do my little loop, and I come back. So I get it every day. Stress is an inevitable aspect of life, but it's crucial to safeguard your well-being by preparing for stressful situations and fluctuations in blood sugar levels this political and election season, guys. While it may be challenging, prioritizing your health amidst stress is not only achievable, but it's essential long-term for you as a diabetic. Embrace the power of proactive planning and make your health the top priority when stress comes your way this political and election season. So guys, that's all I have for you. It's short and sweet. I hope you get some value out of this. You know what to do. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a fantastic day.